Yo, what's going on, guys? It is Flame, and the rumors are true, guys. We just got announced today that Black Ops 4 is going to be the next Call of Duty game. So I was right. I made a video, I think it was 2 weeks ago when we started getting those rumors, and that guy, there's, he kind of had reputation of, games coming out early or knowing the game and etc. like that. He's mostly known for Nintendo, but he said that, the new Call of Duty was going to be Call of Duty, Black Ops 4, and that was going to be available for the Nintendo Switch and etc. like that. And I just figured that, that brings his track record up. He was right, and I was good. I told him in the video that I would believe in this guy. I'm like, hey, why not just give him a chance? And he was right. The rumors are true, and it's confirmed by Activision today that the next installment of Call of Duty is going to be Call of Duty Black Ops 4. This news, it's really weird to me and a lot of the community, just because, the fourth installment of a game, of a generation, every time Call of Duty has come out, it was usually always the third one. Mostly, that was for Call of Duty Modern Warfare series that ended on 3. But, I didn't really see Black Ops 4 coming along, because all the rumors now going around saying that it's going to be an R future, like the kind of the post future. So people are thinking that it's going to be Black Ops 2, Black Ops 4, then Black Ops 3. It's just going to be a weird storyline of how it's going to play out. I talked a lot about it in my video before of the rumors and when I kind of wanted in, the next Call of Duty here. But yeah, so it's going to be in that era, which is really different. I would kind of discuss about it of if it's going to work or not. A lot of people, and I think it's like a 50-50 community right now. I'm not too sure what people want. Personally, I think I'd want boots on the ground. That's just me. I'm kind of sick of jumping in the air, but at the same time, they can make a bad game just because, you look at World War II right now. Literally, that game died in a month. The only thing that's survived in World War II now is the Call of Duty World League. So Call of Duty's been out for a while, and after like kind of bad game in my opinion, it's like I don't want to get too overhyped for Call of Duty anymore. It's like, oh wow, a new Call of Duty, let's get all excited. And the trend for this game and this series is you play it for a month and then it dies out, and then you just watch the Call of Duty World League that happens, and of course the $1 million tournament. So that's really the only thing that's, I guess, surviving right now. Like really, if people stream on Twitch or etc., it's really down as it is for World War II. And this game here, I don't want to give shit to Treyarch. I don't want to give them crap whatsoever, because really they made every game good possible. Personally, I haven't played World at War back in the day. I really just played Knocked with my brother on zombies, and I haven't really touched the campaign or I haven't touched the multiplayer, so I can't really talk about World at War, back then, if it was a good game or not. But with Black Ops 1, Black Ops 2, and even Black Ops 3, all fantastic games. It's Treyarch. Treyarch's, I guess, the savior of Call of Duty, and people are just excited, I guess, more about this, or want to be excited, just because, it's Treyarch, right? Like, if you look at, for example, Zombies for Treyarch is always the best, hands down. Infinity Ward, try to give it a try here. You had Sledgehammer Games and etc. And it just, nothing can beat the Treyarch games, and especially the characters like Nikolai, Dempsey, Takeo, and Richtofen, all those, kind of classics right there. And going into Zombies, it's still going to be good. If I could say one hype thing for Treyarch, it's going to be Zombies. Zombies is going to be terrific as ever. There hasn't been a Zombies yet throughout the Black Ops series that I disliked. Like, I liked a lot of them. Some maps are, kind of stupid and not great, but some of them, and mostly the rest, are fantastic, and I enjoy playing them by myself, going for the Easter egg, or with friends, or etc. like that. So if I can go into one good positivity about this game, it's going to be Zombies, and I feel like the community should know that here by now. So that's kind of a big thumbs up for me. This before I get into like kind of the campaign and multiplayer side and kind of what I want to see right here. There's information that came out that I'll read right here on my monitor, saying Activision has announced the game and is available for PS4, Xbox One, and PC. So they haven't confirmed the Nintendo Switch yet from that guy's article, but looking into it, we're gonna get more news and etc. because the kind of the reveal, the kind of gameplay, or the the campaign main trailer that comes out every single year, the kind of first information that we see You know, it's going to be arriving on May 17th, which I feel like is a little bit late. I'm not really too sure because usually the trend is after, you know, the end of April to the start of May, and the 17th is in the middle of May. So I feel like that's kind of a little bit long because if you look at it, E3 is at like the start of June. So, you know, E3 is mostly they show us, you know, a little bit of campaign footage and also people get hands on with the multiplayer. So it's weird that, you know, they put it to that date and then just a little bit E3 will come around the corner and we'll get more news. So that kind of surprised me. But the big news that everyone and even me, like, I was totally shocked about the release date that we got here. It's going to be available on October 12th this year, which is a month earlier than what we got from previous CODs. Like, I think this is the first time in history that we actually got a Call of Duty game out in November. Like, it comes out October. It's a month early, and it's so surprising because I feel like when we're still going to be playing this game, or people still play this game, if it's good or not, and we look in November, it's like, doesn't the game come out here in a little bit, but we're playing it right now? It kind of feels like, you know, sometimes when games come out early and people have the game and they're trying to post like leaks on Twitter and that, it kind of feels like what we're doing right now, which I kind of liked. And I'm just surprised of October because, you know, October as well, we get Red Dead Redemption 2. So that's, you know, kind of a big thing that Call of Duty is going up against. And Red Dead is, well, one of the best games of all time that I played from Rockstar. Kind of get into a different subject right there, but it's still pretty cool. And it just, like I said, it's weird how they're going to go with the trailers because I feel like if they want to post out content like the launch trailer and etc like that, it's going to be like kind of 1 month. Like, you know, we get after E3, like maybe the start of August we'll get like another trailer or the multiplayer gameplay or etc like that, and then we get the launch trailer. I don't know, it's all confusing all together, but yeah, definitely a cool release date that we get there. For more information, is Black Ops is back and it represents a game-changing experience, which they use these big words every single time a Call of Duty game comes out. Call of Duty Black Ops 4 will revolutionize the top-selling series in Call of Duty history. Treyarch, aka the saviors of Call of Duty. When it launches worldwide on Friday, October 12th for the PS4, Xbox One, and PC. Like I said, maybe we'll get information that it might come to the Nintendo Switch in the future, but which will be pretty cool. I want to see how it is on the Nintendo Switch if it does come. Call of Duty fans can continue on Thursday, May 17th, when publisher Activision Wholly announced, that's kind of a difficult word to read, of Activision Blizzard award-winning developer Treyarch hosts a community reveal to a worldwide audience, which, of course, it's going to be live streamed, everything like that. We're going to see the trailer, they're going to speak to fans, and etc. like that. But enough of kind of that. I want to get more in depth with the game and kind of what I want to see and etc. So it's not just announced here today. We get a little teaser as well, which I'll be playing through the couple of vids. Like it'll kind of show back and forth of when I'm talking, which you guys will kind of see at this point. But we get a little bit of a teaser. Nothing really special. You know, it's just kind of going through all the previous games like Black Ops 1, Black Ops 2, Black Ops 3, and then, you know, we kind of get, you know, the Black Ops 4 logo and all that kind of stuff, which the logo is pretty cool. Not gonna lie, you know, it's always cool how they do the kind of logo kind of things every time, you know, the Black Ops thing appears. You know, we just have 2 lines and it makes a 4, which is pretty cool. But, you know, with this game, it kind of teases like us a little bit, especially if you're a Zombies fan. For me, I can't really speak of the Zombies, but I'll talk about this anyway, is if it's before our game, do we still play with our characters, you know, like Nikolai, Dempsey, and all of them? Because it ended on Black Ops 3, so I wondered if there's going to be a little bit of a story before what you played in for Black Ops 3, you know, capturing the souls of C1, Takia 1, etc. like that. Like, I can't really speak of the storyline on Zombies. You know, there's more, you know, professional people that do it, like Noah J, Mr. Dalek, and all of them. Go watch their videos. They'll explain more to Zombies and what they want. But kind of the big thing that we see from the teaser is it shows a lot of Mob of the Dead in it a little bit. So are people thinking that they're going to make a Mob of the Dead remake, which in my personal opinion, I love Mob of the Dead. Mob of the Dead is one of my like top 3 zombie maps that I've ever played. And I know for like the people that find the Easter eggs like really soon, like I said, Mr. Dalek or Noah J or all of them, they're more into the storyline and they love this map. So that's kind of the hint that people are getting at. We see like a little bit of the campaign footage of Black Ops 1. Woods kind of sacrificed himself for Mason, even though that he's still alive. We see multiplayer kind of gameplay or the reveal when Black Ops 2 happened. We see a little bit of Black Ops 3 multiplayer as well, and then it cuts out. Like I said, not really a lot of information. The kind of thing that just really made me excited was kind of, you know, the Death Con, you know, Mason, what do the numbers mean? Even though that still, you know, makes me happy to this day, just because, you know, that was one of my favorite campaigns I've ever played. And speaking of the campaign, that's what I want to talk about next right here. Well, I know that a lot of people don't really give a crap about the campaign, but I feel like if you're looking to Call of Duty as a story, and especially the 4th installment of the Black Ops series, with the campaign, I have no idea what the hell they're going to do. Like I said, it's going to be the near future. A lot of people are saying that it's Black Ops 2, Black Ops 4, then Black Ops 3. So with this story right here, I feel like, are we going to see David Mason again? Are we going to see, you know, Mason's son? Are we going to, like, see him, like, is there a new enemy here now after defeating Menendez or putting him in jail or whatever the hell that you did for your choices? Are you going to play as him again, you know, kind of go through the story? Or are you going to be your player? And maybe that just confuses me of what they're going to do with the story. I'm not too sure what they're going to do. Personally, like, in my opinion, I kind of don't want them to go through the Black Ops 3 route again, because, like, a little bit what we get in the story is we just get a little bit of Hendricks talking about Menendez in the third game, and that was really the only clues that we get from Black Ops 2. And with, you know, the campaign, it's like a storyline. Like, every single game you kind of figure out what happened in the last one. You know, there's Easter eggs and everything like that. And for me, I don't really want new characters. I'm kind of hoping that you are David Mason, because it kind of cuts your story right there. You know, we don't see him in the third one. I don't know if he's dead or not, but I'm kind of hoping in this game we get to play him as again, you know, see, like, as his characters, he's still in the army or not, because some of the choices in the game, he doesn't become part of the army anymore, which that was one of the choices I made when he talked to Woods, was that he was no longer part of the army. So I don't know, maybe that's how his story ended there. I'm not really too sure how they're gonna do. Maybe it's gonna be an ending going towards Black Ops 3, and then we know the story of that, and then maybe we'll get maybe Black Ops 5 in the future. But I just want to talk about that, because really with Call of Duty, and I kind of feel like it affects multiplayer as well, just with, like, the multiplayer maps and etc. of what they're gonna do. Personally, I'm still a campaign junkie, guys. I still love the Call of Duty campaigns. The only ones I kind of hate was Infinite Warfare and all that. But for me personally, I just want to know what they're gonna do, and we're probably just gonna get information on May 17th, usually, because that's the first trailer that we get as a campaign trailer. But yeah, I don't know. I'm confused about it, and hoping that it could be good and I could follow the story and give us more hints and Easter eggs. On to the most important one. This is the most important question that everyone wants. Multiplayer. Multiplayer is the biggest thing right now. Yes, it's bigger than zombies, but, well, for Treyarch zombies, maybe it's like back and forth, but multiplayer, everyone wants to learn what it is. For me, I want a good game. The Call of Duty trend right now goes to, you play it for a month, it ends. For me personally, I want to play this game. I love competitive, but I want it to be a game where everyone has fun on it and is playing, like, it doesn't die out in a month. That's kind of what I'm looking for, because the trend right now of Call of Duty is people play it for the month, like the public people and that, and then you watch the Call of Duty World League. If you are a fan of Call of Duty, that's kind of what's surviving Call of Duty right now, you know, to the end till the next game comes out. I don't want that. I want to play a game where I have fun each and every day on it. I want good gun balancing, and I know I'm talking about this prospectively, like, I feel like, you know, Black Ops 3 did do that, but a good point to pull it out is Black Ops 2. Like, legit, it's my second favorite game. It just beat MW2 for me. It hasn't beat COD 4, but it needs to be a little bit like Black Ops 2. Not the same game, but what I mean by that is good multiplayer maps, and a lot of them. The thing that ruined World War II was the maps were huge and there wasn't a lot, and it just got freaking boring. Have good maps, and quite a bit of them, like 13, 14 at launch or something like that, because I think it was 10 that World War II did, and that's not really a lot. So like 14, 15, something like that, good multiplayer maps, and a lot of them for competitive as well. And I know I'm talking about competitive and everything like that, but with competitive, just like a lot of maps that people could play on, like maybe just one map that's good for S&D, you know, 2 maps that are good for hardpoint, etc. like that. Number 2, gun balancing. Gun balancing is one of the things I want on here, because what's good about Black Ops 2 and I liked about it is, if, for example, if you're an AR player, you're a FAL player, you could be an M8 player or an AN94 player. For submachine guns, PDW, MSMC, Scorpion. You know, for pistols, there was the B23R, I believe it was called, the Cap 40. And I think the TAC 45, I'm pretty sure. A lot of people didn't use that one, but it was still pretty good for pugs. For shotguns, there's like KHD, Remington. For snipers, there was, you know, the DSR and the ballista, all that kind of stuff. For a game like this, have good weapon balancing like that. I loved how every gun was good. It just depended on what one you liked the most. Like, for example, there's the M8 A94. I love the A94 a lot more. There's the Scorpion, the MSMC. I love the MSMC a lot more, but I still like the M8 and the Scorpion. So that's the thing I want on there. The third one I feel like is the most important, especially, like I said, I'm going back into competitive COD, but even like pugs, like even if people don't play competitive, they love this as well, and like they need to listen to us this time. Please make a system like this is another good league play. Bring back League Play, for crying out loud. We have been asking for all these years, make a good system or make this system right here again. League Play is still one of the best installments in Call of Duty history. I could still play it till this day. We're in 2018 and I could go back into Black Ops 2 into League Play if I do find a match and play it. One of the best systems I have ever played and the most fun I've ever had with friends like in my life. Make a system like that, for crying out loud again. If they do that, Treyarch really is the saviors of Call of Duty in my opinion. And I feel like if multiplayer just has those, it will be good this year. And I don't want to give Treyarch crap. Like I said, they made good games before. I'm just saying this is what I hope for a game and hope that we get it. I'm still going to buy it no matter what. It's Call of Duty. I started playing Call of Duty when I was younger. It's one of my childhood games and it's kind of a trend that I'll always go for even though it's bad. Treyarch, they are the saviors, but just kind of the franchise, how it's been doing bad game after bad game, it just hasn't had my hyped up anymore. I just want Treyarch to be those kind of guys that, hey, here's the stuff that you want. Get hyped for Call of Duty again, and that's what I want, and that's maybe what you guys want in the community right here. So it's kind of my big talk of this game and what we want. Even though it's just a trailer and it just got announced, I feel like I had to say these words just to bring it out, and hopefully that we can get that in the trailers or the gameplay, or if we do get a beta in the future, I'm not too sure. I want it to be a good game. I want to play Call of Duty again like I did in the past and with my friends and everything like that. Before I go and end this video though, there's a quick thing that I want to pull out. It's just a rumor so far. I just haven't looked really a lot into it, but there's rumors going around that Xbox might have the DLC first instead of PS4. If it goes back to that system, it's going to be really weird, especially for me and a lot of people, because I'll be honest with you. I switched over to PS4, well, mostly for new games like The Last of Us and etc. that I could play that's not on Xbox, but it's all just because of Call of Duty, because when Black Ops 3 moved over to PS4, that's kind of what, like, want me to get a PS4 and play that. It's just for DLC and etc. first, so if it comes back on the Xbox, that's really going to change things up. I feel like a lot of people are going to be happy about that just because a lot of people did get the Xbox and don't really have enough for PS4 and etc. I understand that. But it's just a rumor so far. I'll make a video if that's true or not. But yeah, this is my video today, guys. Are you excited for Black Ops 4? You know, Treyarch is the saviors. Like I said, I don't want to be too happy about it, but it's Treyarch. They're a good company. They are the saviors. They could possibly make a good game, but I definitely need more information, and that's what we're going to get here on May 17th with the trailer, and I will make a video on that. Thank you guys all for watching here today. I'll put the teaser trailer down below in the description if you guys want to go check it out. It's like 40-45 seconds long. Nothing really too new about it, but yeah, I'm excited, or kind of excited, I guess. See what it is. Treyarch, please make a good game. I think I know you can, but yeah, I guess we'll see you guys May 17th or any new news that we'll get here sooner or later. Much love and hope you guys all have a wonderful day.